Hello, welcome back to another video. Didn't expect another one so soon, huh? Well, searching around on the internet, YouTube mainly, actually, looking for Slendytubbies speedruns, seeing if anyone else was doing it. Found this one guy, had some decent speedruns, but obviously I am the pro of Slendytubbies, so clearly I should beat him in his speedruns, since he had beaten my old record. So I'm gonna speedrun Slendytubbies, all 3 versions, collect all the 10 custards in each. Basically beat his time. So, let's start off with day, and we'll go with dusk and night afterwards. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Here we are. So, first custard obviously is this one. And then the second one is right here. Now, planned out a route that mainly uses trees and stuff in the distance as navigation guides. So some of the trees I'll be trying to go close to because that'll help me ensure that I'm on the most direct path to the next custard. So this big tree is helpful here. Now I want to go between the tree on the left, the tree on the right. Now here I can use the trees on the left to pass by close to guide my direction. So a lot of this I'm just using trees and memorization to remember where I should be going. That angle is a bit off. Another thing to note, do not use A and D or jumping, because he'll lose a lot of speed when you do that for some reason. Here I'm using the mountains in the background to guide me. Aligning the right part with the middle of the screen will guide me straight to the house. Fortunately, you do have to jump here. Optimal movement will allow you to go back through the tunnel without having to jump. This movement isn't perfect, I will admit. So Tinky Winky also isn't a threat at all, because he doesn't even hurt you when you touch him. You just have to like stare at him for him to actually kill you, so he's not really much of a threat. That, and he's constantly just behind me the entire time. He can't actually catch up to me because I'm just too fast. Alright, the big tree and the rock are important here. They line up right to the custard if you stay on the right side. And now we just go straight using the silhouette of that hairy tree. The lowest point on the left side is where the custard is under. Don't mind Lala. And that's the first one. Day. And here comes Dusk version. Bit of a better start here. Line up with this tree right here. Also, something to note is very slippery movement. Your momentum is very important. That's why it's pretty bad if you lose your speed by strafing sideways or by jumping. And it should also be noted that it also is important to keep note of that when you're collecting custard like that. Especially if you have to turn all the way around. You want to try to make it so at the very point that you change direction is where you collect the custard. So waste the least amount of time turning around, changing your direction, your speed, momentum. Can be a bit tricky sometimes, especially when you're like turning. When you're turning, you want to kind of get it as you drift by the custard. So, speedrun this game is all about movement and also memorization, using bits of the environment to guide your movement so that you can go straight to each custard. And then collecting each one efficiently by managing your momentum. Ugh, bad house again. Obviously, this can be improved, like most speedruns. Better movement on collecting, better U-turns, better drifting. Maybe a bit more of a direct route, but routing-wise, I don't really think there's much you can do with that. The path's already pretty direct here, so I don't see much you can do in that course. But just optimizing the movement should be the goal here. Adequate enough to get better time, better turning, better momentum management. That's going to be the key with speedrunning this game. The game's basically the same on all three versions, so like there's really not much reason to worry. Oh yeah, flashlight. I turn off the flashlight just to save on CPU power, in case that actually matters at all. Doesn't really affect it very much since this whole game is not very intensive anyways, but I do it anyways for the recording, basically. And it's not like the flashlight helps very much anyways. Game's bright enough as is without the flashlight. Like, you already have like a little bit of light that's surrounding you anyways, so it's not like you're gonna be blind without it. Far from it. So yeah, the two versions are not very different at all. It's really just different sky and lighting. Fog color mainly. So really not much to worry about at all here. See, the key with U-turning those kinds of custards, you really want to be able to turn around as soon as possible without actually missing over the custard, stopping short of it. Like it's sort of a risk-reward kind of thing. Alright, let's see how well it'll do in the house here. Very slippery, as you can see. House can definitely be optimized. If I just don't fall off that platform, then I can go back through the tunnel instead of having to go around it. I don't have to jump to do that either. Jumping is pretty bad. Fortunately, you don't only have to do it once in the entire game. Moving sideways is also bad, but that's not required either. Alright. And here comes the last one, very soon. And that's every single custard in the game. Thanks for watching. I might return with another video sometime soon. But yeah, I'll also be uploading another video I did of beating his other record, fastest death. Only by a little bit, but, you know. See ya.